Now, President Trump is such a great, amazing political figure that even the left-wing media has to acknowledge it at this point. It's become undeniable. Like this Politico headline, left-wingers at Politico headline, from the editor-in-chief himself, no less. And the headline is, "Time to admit it, Trump is a great president." That's Politico. It's their editor-in-chief. It's a pretty amazing thing. Meanwhile, the New York Slimes, the New York Stinking Times, is trying to comfort liberal parents. I love this story. Trying to comfort liberal parents whose children, wait for it now, committed the heinous capital crime of voting for Donald Trump, highlighting the plight of leftist parents and all the horrors that they face when their sons come home wearing a red MAGA hat or a T-shirt. And it's pretty amazing stuff. The New York Times trying to comfort parents and explain to them how they deal with, how they cope with a son or a daughter who voted for Trump because they raised them to be communists and to hate America, and then they come home with a Trump hat on, and they're about to self-immolate, parents all over the country.
I got to tell you, having the 5 daughters and listening to that group of that next generation, they are more conservative than Penny, Matt, myself, Foldy, you. They are more conservative than the rest of the crew, than the older generations. And part of it is that they are that COVID lockdown generation. Right. They have had it. They have seen what a liberal government can do to try to take away your rights, and they're not going to put up with it. And it's why you're seeing them become more MAGA, and it's why you're going to see them at CPAC in February. And it's one of the reasons our ratings are doing so spectacularly here at Newsmax and on our humble show.
Foldy.
I don't think that it's
Foldy, you just had your first vote for president.
I'm getting old now, but I think also the New York Times is obviously wrong. Also, a lot of daughters are also wearing MAGA hats. We saw that Kamala's efforts to reach them via Call Her Daddy and all of that actually didn't really work. And I think this is you're seeing Trump being somewhat forgiving to, for example, Mark Zuckerberg, who literally banned him from Facebook. He was at the inauguration. But I think it's worth remembering when it comes to the media. I've heard this from liberal journalists who I don't socialize with, but I've seen events. They even said, we're starting to, call people we haven't talked to in the last 4 years. And if you're all of a sudden getting a phone call and you're a Republican, yeah, I'm sure the Schlabs, Penny, you guys are getting a lot of phone calls and coffee requests.
We're so cool
Turn them down.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is completely right. We are the media now. Let these outlets die on the vine. You don't owe them anything. Yeah. You see this with NBC. All they're there to do is attack you. What do you get out of it? I don't think anything.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.